dares enter my domain? What fool has chosen to venture upon my surface, to fish for the denizens swimming within my body, to so carelessly give up their life? Whoever you are, sitting within your little boat, you have made the most grievous error of your soon-to-be-ended life. Now speak. Tell me your name, so I may know who it is that I am about to kill. Keeping quiet. Too frightened. Too scared. Then I suppose your violation was an act of ignorance or stupidity rather than courage. No one without a modicum of bravery would dare fish in my territory, human. But your ignorance does not excuse the crime, does it? I suppose if you will not tell me your name, I will simply call you Fool. For that is what you are. Now perhaps giving myself a more humanoid appearance will unslacken your tongue, Fool. There. Rising from the water like this, now we can speak face to face, so to speak. But the cowardly look in your eyes, it has not faded, human. Is this your first encounter with a member of my kind? Your first meeting with a powerful elemental created by nature's will? Given your ignorance of our laws and the fact you are still alive, I suppose it would have to be, wouldn't it? What you have done, fool, is trespass upon my surface, for I am the lake you fish upon, the water surrounding your tiny vessel, and I do not take your intrusion into my space lightly. I suppose you are new in the area, a visitor perhaps, not fluent in the common tongue. That would be the only explanation. The people of the nearby town stay far away from my domain after all. Far, far away. 'Twas years ago they became aware of my presence, when I absorbed a couple attempting to bathe themselves within me. They bore similar common sense to you, I suppose. And since the common folk learned of my presence here, the only time they have dared to venture close was when they put up the signs in the surrounding area, warning people away. Even if you can't read the writing, did you not think to ask someone what it meant? Were my waters so inviting you decided to forego caution? Not your smartest idea, dear human, and a mistake unfortunately you cannot correct. I knew of your arrival the moment you stepped within the water's vicinity, and, well, I could have warned you away. I let you venture to my middle, let you sit here complacent for many minutes, believing that all was well, that you were safe, when you were actually quite the opposite. Could you feel me watching you? Could you feel a chill up your spine as you sensed another's presence, despite knowing that you were alone? You are not alone, human. And I'm not even speaking about myself. Confused? Allow me to clear the water slightly, remove some of that algae and foliage that decorates my body like hair upon your skin. Do you see what lies beneath the water? Yes, yes, yes. I can see you do, foolish human. The skeletons below the surface, skin picked clean by the fish you were planning to feed upon. They were like you once, so tempted by a location they were not welcome in, that they should have never set foot in. Why, I still remember the pleasure I felt when I consumed them, feeling them kick and struggle and try so desperately to escape. They were strong swimmers, strong fighters. In any other lake they would have swum to the surface easily, but they couldn't in mine. Do you know why? Dare to take a guess? The vegetation from the bottom of the lake, human. I can control that too. I'm controlling it now, in fact. Keeping your boat steady so it won't drift to the surface and ruin our fun. When those filthy, hairless apes fell into me, I wrapped myself tight around their bodies, dragging them screaming beneath my surface, and letting them breathe me in until their lungs collapsed and their bodies drowned. They couldn't hold their breath, for I was too busy squeezing the air out of them, too busy halting every single attempt they made to break free. They tried so hard, all of them. Each of my victims wanted to live so badly, but I wasn't having it. They really should have known better. There was no point in trying in the first place. You see, my dear, it's not a matter of if you'll escape. It's a matter of how long will it take before you drown. And would you not rather die quickly? What's the point of going through such pain when death, it seems, is inevitable? There was one human, a female. She fought for so long, the longest out of all of you. I know not her occupation nor her history, but when my weeds tangled around her, she cut through them with a knife. Such skill she displayed. Of course, I simply disarmed her, but she fought so hard that she actually reached the surface and took a quick, desperate breath. It was far further than anyone else had ever gotten, so I let her struggle for a while. I kept myself wrapped around her legs so she couldn't escape and simply waited. Waited to see how long she could tread water. Waited to see how long it would take until her body would tire. She'd sink to the bottom of my lake and drown. Would you care to hazard a guess of how long it took, my dear? She lasted a week of fighting, of trying to withstand my might, even though all I was doing was simply keeping her in place. Some days the rain would lash down upon her face, but she would never give in. Her feet never stopped kicking and her mouth never stopped screaming. People heard her. People from the nearby towns would come and watch, but they all knew there was nothing they could do. And when she finally tired, when her body gave in, I could almost sense her relief as she slowly drifted into me, as my body filled hers. A sweet oblivion took her, and the fish nibbled her bones clean. Her skeleton is the closest one to you, the one I'm most proudest of claiming. But I think that is enough talk now. I'm bored of you, and there's only one thing left to do. Are you excited knowing what awaits you? Or does it fill you with dread knowing that at any moment, I could merely do the equivalent of flicking my finger and knock you off your little boat and into me? The fear. It's the one thing that makes you humans tolerable, I think. Prepare yourself, my dear, because this is the end. That's right, human. Struggle, fight. Fight as if your life depends on it. Kick and splash as much as you can. Maybe you can escape. Maybe you won't die like the dozens of others that have fallen within you. Maybe you'll survive. Maybe... Oh, apologies. Making you think you have a chance. Perhaps it's too cruel. Simply seeing you fail to escape my vines has told me everything I need to know. There's no point in waiting any longer. Let's end this now. How does it feel being within me, human? Knowing your last moments are a wasted struggle, accomplishing nothing. Already you're so weak, your legs so limp. Let's get the last of that oxygen out of you. Shh. Don't fight anymore. Don't fight. There. It's over. You've looked and you lost. You tried, but you can't win against nature, dear. And there's no shame in providing me with a bit of entertainment for the day. I thank you for it. And once they're done eating, the fish will thank you too. Feel my body filling yours, my essence collapsing your organs, causing your body to bloat. Can you even hear me anymore? Or has death found you? Are those eyes of yours about to roll back into your skull? There they go. Rest well, human. You're a part of my collection now. If it helps, if it means anything, you never stood a chance.